Hi and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Nicole and this is Dusty Book Sniffers, and today we are here for my March TBR. So let's get started. Well, good morning or good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I prattle on about the books that I'm about to read. So March sees me with a bit of a chaotic TBR, and some of these books could bleed over into April, and there is a pretty good reason for that. So coming up this month on the 7th of March, we actually have the announcement for the Women's Prize for Fiction longlist books, and this year I actually want to read I want to read them all. I'm going to endeavour to read them all. So basically I don't know what the list is yet. As I said, it comes out on the 7th of March, so my TBR may get dumped come the 7th of March. Most of those books I'm probably going to listen to on audio if the audio is available, and the other ones that I will read. Now, I have up until the 26th of April is when the shortlist comes out. So I have until then to get all of those books read. So I still have a few books that I'm adding into my TBR. In case I DNF any, I can pick these ones up. So I'm going to start, first of all, I've got a ton of books sitting on my lap. First of all, I'm going to start off with Eugenie Grandin is a rollover. So this is rolling over into March. I have read the first chapter in this, I think it is. No? I'm up to page 11. I've got a bobby pin as a bookmark. So I'm up to page 11. I haven't even finished the first chapter. I started this and then got really, really busy. And I'm actually reading this along with Maria from Read Fine Books. But she also got really, really busy as well. So neither one of us have made any progress on this. So I'm going to roll it over into March. It is the first classic that I'm going to be reading this month. So I've got this on audio as well. So I like, as everybody knows, I like to listen and read along with my classics. And this year I'm doing a whole heap of French literature with Maria. So I'm looking forward to discussing that with a little bit further in her Discord. So all the information for her Discord is down below if you would like to come and join us. Yeah, but as I said, we haven't really got into that. Now, she also has another one, and these are only fairly short books, so I'm pretty sure that I can get through these. This one is only got 200 pages in it, 199 pages. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that because I can't speak French if my life depended on it. But that is the book for March. I like the cover on this one. I actually really like this one. So yeah, I'll be reading both of those French literature ones, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've actually been really looking forward to getting into some of the books that she's picked, and if you want to know any of that information, just head over to her Discord. I'll leave a link down below to her channel, and if her Discord link is on her channel, I will put it down there as well. Alright, so that is sort of the French literature side of things. I also have the classics from the Serialised book club happening as well. So middle March is still in progress. We've just gone into book 2 in February, so I'm about halfway through that, so I'll continue on with that, which I think there's only about 50 pages left in book 2 for me. And then I've also got the next 10 chapters on the Count of Monte Cristo. Now, the Count of Monte Cristo does have a reading sprint, so if you are reading along with us and you feel like you've got a little bit behind, you can always come and join that sprint. I do have a little bit of a chit chat about what I'm reading, but most of that discussion is actually happening over in the Discord. That's where that will sort of happen. I haven't updated my thoughts on the last 10 chapters, so I'll be doing that in the next couple of days. I've just been really busy, and unfortunately that happens. And as I said, we've got middle March, and then we've also starting Pickwick Papers. Now, Pickwick Papers is only 32 pages that we have to read for the month of March, and that is going, I've got the announcement video going up very shortly, and so you will get to see all the information in there about it. But do come and join us. It's only 32 pages, and again, we will have reading sprints where you can come and join in, and they'll have that it's the Pickwick Papers. So other people can come and read whatever they want, but the people that are reading Pickwick Papers with us, which there are a few that have said they want to tackle this one. So, yeah, they can come and join in and get some reading done. And, yeah, it'll be really good because that way you won't fall behind. Now, I still do have a few other books that I'm going to be reading this month. Now, most of these are bingo ones, and you've already seen them, so I'm not, and I've already talked about them, so I'm not going to go through them. They're not in any particular order either. So one of the books is Jacqueline Winsper Maisie Dobbs. This is she's a private investigator, and it is 1929 it is set around. So that is one that I'm looking forward to reading. We also have where are they? Oh, I've got... Oop. Okay. All right. The Atlas Paradox. I started this, and it's actually a bingo prompt, so I've stopped reading it. So I've got it for the bingo prompt, and I'm not cheating because that is a little ways down the track. I know when this one comes up. So, yeah, so I'll be reading that. I've done 31 pages in that so far, and I've already talked about this, as I said, in the bingos. We've gone into a bit of detail on those. This one is coming up on Sunday because I've just done the short for it, and it is, the prompt was to read a book with yellow on the cover. It suits it quite, it makes the prompt. And my most anticipated bingo read is Elevator Pitch. Now, I actually found this on audio as well on Scribe, so I will pretty much burn through this pretty quickly. I do, yeah, I will... because I've just the premise behind this one, and I've talked about it already, but I'm going to talk about it again. It begins on Monday when 4 people board an elevator in Manhattan. Each presses their button for their floor, but the elevator climbs non-stop to the top, where it pauses for a few seconds before dropping right to the bottom of the shaft. And I'm just going to leave it there, and then it goes on to say, it appears that it was a horrific random tragedy, but then it happens again on Tuesday. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And basically, this is my most anticipated bingo read. I'm really looking for, and I don't know when that's coming up, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm very, very excited for that. And the fact that I found it on audio as well, which means that if I fall into the story, I can just keep reading, which is great. Now, we also have to read a classic. One of the bingo prompts was a classic, and I chose to read Turn of the Screw by Henry James. This is Turn of the Screw and other ghost stories in this one, but I'm only going to read Turn of the Screw. So yeah, that is another one, and I love the vibrancy of this cover. It is a penguin cloth bound. I will say one thing though, if I live in a hot climate, so sometimes I end up with sweaty fingers. If you have sweaty fingers, this stuff comes off. I actually have wrecked one of my Bronte ones. My hands got wet, and I dried them off, but they weren't dry enough, and some of it came off. So just be aware of that. All right, so that is the bingo prompts that I have to read. One of them is over into April, but they're the last of the bingo ones because I don't think I'm going to have a very big TBR for the month of April, because of the simple fact is that I am reading all of the long list for the Women's Prize for Fiction. There will be a new round of bingo starting in April, and of course I will add books to that, and I probably won't read them in April. I will probably read them in May, because by then I would have finished all of the long list, because the short list gets announced at the end of April, which means then that I have already read them because they're on the short list, and so May will be where I pick up with my TBRs again. Now, I still have 2 more books that are on my TBR. Now, this is a book group read with my craft group, but you can also join us on Discord. This is book 3 of the Stitches in Crime series. We're just following Paisley. She is a historian and salvage expert, and this time she has heard about a printing press in an old warehouse, and it is called Hanged by a Thread. So it's Stitches in Crime, so it's all revolved around craft and all that sort of stuff. And then we also have our Discord members pick of the month, and Chatty, the mad chatterer, had won the wheel spin, and this is the book that she picked. It's such a beautiful book, and it's Nura and the Immortal Palace, and basically Neura has worked, just a little bit about the book. I didn't know anything about it. I just got it because that's what the group read, that's what she picked, and that's what we're reading. And I'm reading all of those this year. So it says, beware of the glittering world. Neura has worked in the mica mines, hoping someday to find the legendary buried treasure, the demon's tongue. But when a terrible accident happens and traps her best friend underground, she's determined to save him and crosses over into the magical and treacherous realm of the Jinn. So I'm looking forward to reading this because I am on the hunt for a lot of middle grade books, because Mia, my granddaughter, is getting up to that age now, and she's starting to read to me and all that sort of stuff when we're reading stories. So I'd really like to have a nice collection of books for her to read, or that we can read together, or I can read out loud to her. But it looks like a good choice. I'm really excited to reading that. And it's a middle grade book. So yeah, and she loves middle grade books. So thank you, Chatty, for that. Oh, the words today are escaping me. But that is my fairly chaotic TBR. Now I will, when I know what the long list is, I will endeavour to do a video for that and talk about which ones I'm excited to read and which ones I'm not so excited to read. And I'm probably going to read them from least favourite to favourite, because these ones I will read the synopsis, which I don't normally do. I normally go into a blind, but I will read the synopsises on these ones. Is that a word? Is that the right plural? I will read the synopsis on each of the books, and from my least favourite feeling about the book to my favourite is the order that I will read them in. So that's going to be exciting. So you'll get to hear all about those books and what they're about and everything once I know the long list. I don't want to do a predictions video. I'd much rather wait for the list to come out and then go for it from there. But that is it from me today. As I said, that is my chaotic TBR for the month of March and into April. I hope you're having a fantastic reading day wherever you are, and as always, keep turning those pages, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.